Good times, sunshine, gonna be here in no time now. Bad times, gray skies, push them all away, turn them upside down. You're gonna break new ground, turn everything around. You're gonna live your life. There's a beautiful day headed your way. Keep your head up, up, up. You'll be okay. Beautiful day waiting for you. Just open your eyes. You'll see it's true. A beautiful day.
Hey, welcome back to the Booga Box live stream. Hope everybody had a great weekend and having a good week so far. Don't forget to give the thumbs up, like, shares, all that stuff. If you're gonna tune in today, or if you're watching us later, you can do that then too. Let me get some stuff going here. Music turned up. Got that going. Hopefully everything's going to work well today. But again, like I said, I hope everybody's having a good day, a good weekend. Last week we didn't get a stream. It was kind of a crazy week last weekend. So, well, all last week. Might talk about that here in a little bit. But it was a little bit crazy. So we didn't get a stream. But we're back this week. And hopefully we'll get some stuff going. I just finally got the table cleaned today. I had a little bit of stuff out for orders and whatnot, and I finally got out and got my Chainmail Joe scales. They put out some scales. I got them last week. I finally got to pull them out, and they don't really look too bad. I haven't pulled out any red yet. Pulled out the gold, blue. Got the 4 colors that were available. And so far, not too bad. I mean, compared to the normal TRL, definitely much better than that. These don't look too bad either. A little different, but I kind of liking them. I kind of wondering. I'm gonna give some of them a clean up and see how much they need to be cleaned, if they need to be cleaned. They look like they have a little bit of stuff on it, but it's hard to tell. I'll give those a clean up here later, and then I'll have a project to do with some scales here soon. I want to try these up. I might mix them up with some of Jennifer's Steampunk Garage scales. I've got a bunch of those still here. So, got quite a few of those I want to do. But today we're just going to work on Jelly Cube. Haven't worked on it in a while. I needed a project to work on today. I wanted to, actually, when I'm done with this, I got some scale cleaning to do. I got some ring cleaning I got to do. And then I have Amy over at Stone Mail Collection, her Chemical X Weave. I got one done, and I wish I put it up already. Wish I would have left it out. Thought about doing it, but I don't want to do it during a stream. It's her thing, so. But I got a couple of those I want to make up still. So, but today we're just going to work on Jelly Cube, get a little bit more going. So hopefully by Thursday we can get into doing the jersey that I've been wanting to get into for the last month. So let's go ahead and get flipped over on our camera here. Top down. There we go. Hopefully audio is working well. Yeah, I think it's working good. Everything seems to be working well enough today, I hope. We'll see how it goes as the day progresses. Or as the hour progresses, something like that. So, where am I at here? Got one, yeah, we got a little left here. Let me readjust here. Make sure I can see what I'm doing. Like I said, I don't know how much more I'll grow of this one, but we'll see how it goes, and I just keep playing it. Having fun with it, you know. One day it'll stop, I don't know when. It's normally been my project for when we're at an event, and we haven't had an event in the last little bit. We missed our October event. But our next one will be December 2nd, I think. It'll be our last one of the year, actually. We're going to have a November one, our normal November one, but my daughter bought a house. She's going to be moving, and she's my helper, so turn that music down a little bit. I think it's a little loud today. So got that going, and so it was like, didn't want to put too much in there, so we ended up we're not going to do that one. But that's all right. I do want to thank everybody that has been ordering online and kits and products. So I mean, it's great. So yeah. And last week, yeah, it was started on Sunday last week. Kind of had a post about it, but our sewer lines got backed up and was backing up into the house, and so got finally somebody out Sunday night, and come to find out our lines run through the back, and instead of going, you know, probably about 45 feet out to the front, we have a 150 foot run out the back. And so they only can run 100 at a time, I guess, and he went to put on the second one to keep going, and it was having problems. He hadn't used it in such a long time. Most people don't have crazy runs like that because, well, let's just say it got quite a bit more expensive once you have to add on another roll there. So he had to come back out Monday. So it wasn't until Monday afternoon when we finally got that taken care of, which was kind of a nightmare. Sunday, trying to keep things down. Couldn't really do much water. It was, yeah. You know, so, you know, it's like, that was, what was that, Monday? So that was the day before Halloween, because Tuesday was Halloween. And so I was trying to get everything together so that we could start getting everything cleaned up from the mess that was made on Monday night, realizing I still needed to get stuff. So Tuesday I got some more stuff, but when we went out Tuesday, the car started running like crap, and just had no power. Got home, threw the code reader on it, had several different codes popping up on it, and was like, okay, so this is going to be out of commission. Trying to get everything squared away, you know. So Wednesday, still couldn't get everything, so I did have to do some ordering on Amazon, unfortunately. Get some more stuff so I could get everything cleaned up. So I'm working on what I can clean up. And then, so that was Wednesday, and then Wednesday night into Thursday morning, I think it was, we lost power in the middle of the night, and when it came back on, our microwave was toast. So it was like, are you kidding me? So, you know, you're kind of dealing with that, but then I'm like, I start getting into doing the major final kind of around the drain area cleaned up where it was the messiest and all that. So I throw down a bunch of water, start scrubbing away, and come to realize our floor drain isn't draining. And it's like, oh, you've got to be kidding me. So now I'm just got this big old mess of goop that I'm, you know, scrubbing down on the floor that I got to try to get up and try to figure out and get the floor drain cleaned or cleared out. I still haven't got it fully cleared out yet, so I don't want to call again. I'm probably going to have to. You know, it wasn't a fun bill the first time, you know, to run the full thing. So, and then so that's not helping. I get up Friday. I've got plans for Friday so I can get what I can get done. I planned on spending some time on working on the drain. I also had some carpet cleaning I needed to get done and everything like that. That was my plan on Friday. But Friday morning, I get up. Cat's driving me nuts. I get up, come around the back of the bed. We have a little wooden step to our bed for the cat, and it had gotten moved, and I was half asleep. You know, cat's driving me nuts. I get up, come around the back of the bed, corner of the bed there, and I hammer this step thing with my foot, and oh man, I've stubbed my toe. I've lost a toenail before from, you know, getting it, but This one, oh man, I'd never nailed something that hard with my foot before. It was crazy. I was in so much pain. Uh, Friday, all day Friday, I didn't want to move. It was just couldn't put on a sock. Well, I did put on a sock, but I didn't want to. But oh, it was hurting in the whole. It was my second toe. I don't know how in the world I ended up grabbing that one. I mean, missed the big. Well, I kind of partially hit the big toe. It hurt, but it didn't get like the second toe. It got all black. Probably more than half of it. I mean, it just gnarled it up. I didn't want to move it. It swelled up a little bit. I was kind of wondering. It was like I said, didn't do much Friday. Saturday was kind of again. It was just throbbing. And I was like, I'm probably gonna have to go to the doctor. I was like, well, I'm not gonna go to the doctor on the weekend. It's gonna cost too much. I was just dealing with the pain. It's like, okay, here comes Sunday. The throbbing finally went away about midday Sunday, which was nice. It helped, but I couldn't move it. I didn't want to put any pressure on it. Still a little bit swollen. It's like, well, I guess I'm gonna have to plan on going to doctor on Monday, and so I kind of thought about it actually yesterday when I finally got up yesterday, and I was like, it is starting to feel a little bit better. It looks gnarly. It's all still kind of black and blue, but I can not really put pressure on it without it hurting, but I can kind of start moving it a bit more, and I was like, I really don't want to go to the doctor for this. So I didn't. Probably should have, but... And today it's a little bit better today, too, so... I think it's kind of coming around, but I have never kicked something and tore up a toe that bad in my life. I'm afraid to go take a shower. I've been kind of wrapping it or kind of keeping it just up and out just because it's like, Yeah, so last week was not fun at all, any day of the week. Things haven't really necessarily improved per se. Nothing else super bad has happened, I guess, but doing what we can do. The car is going to get finally probably Thursday. Yeah, Thursday for it to get fixed. Hopefully fixed. If the issues, the numbers that are coming up, codes that are coming up. I got the parts in last night, and I got somebody coming over that normally does our work on our car for us. So that's part of the reason it's taking a little bit longer. Could have taken a shop, but that was going to cost a buttload. And after the buttload we already had after cleaning out our sewer lines. I mean, yeah. We got a future issue we're going to have to deal with, which isn't going to be fun either. Probably about $6-7 grand. Don't know how long. There wasn't much. We've got some roots coming in at the very end of the line, which is what kind of blows it, But yeah, I mean, that's... And just to get it cleaned, it was almost, what was it? Over 700, 7.5, somewhere right in there. Because of the extra long lines that we have. But for the most part, they were pretty well when they ran the camera down. So, but yeah, not fun. I gotta put you on. And there, yeah, it's been a week, and we had a grocery shop, so luckily the daughter was able to help with that. But like I said, she's preparing to move. She bought her a house, so. Well, and then the vet won't give our cats any more meds till we take them in for a checkup, which they probably need, but right now it's like one thing after another. It just doesn't stop. Let's see here. I need to do... No, that's about where I need right there to finish that one up. Alright, that one's done, so I need to go. I need this side next. Now, what am I at? 1, 2, 3, 4. 9 by 9-ish, 10. 9 and 10, so I'm almost done with full 10s. Just taking a little while. Let's see here. Alright. Start with the upper here. And I want to make up some more, well, the square ring jelly cubes that I make it with the Chiefs and stuff and colors. Want to get some more of those done. I'm gonna have to. I gotta get a plan going here soon. I gotta get ready for this next event in December. That's gonna be 2 weeks after the daughter moves, so it's gonna be a little crazy at that point. Just trying to. There's gonna be actually more to do around the house when she, you know, with her room and cleaning that and some major stuff in there that needs to be done. So it's gonna be a busy here into the year. Hopefully it'll kind of smooth out at the beginning of next year, unlike last year at this time. And that's I'm like I don't want to get sick. I'm almost kind of. I kind of told the wife, I was like, I don't know if I want to go to anybody's place for Turkey Day this year. I always end up getting sick around Turkey Day. Now, before it used to be before Turkey Day. Now it's been pushed back about a week or two. And I did miss our fair last year, or our December one, because I was sick. But that was when everybody got sick, and we were going through the 3 sicknesses that took us into almost into January by the time we were kind of done, and the wife had her health issues. So yeah, the end of last year kind of and this year I was hoping was going to go better. Yeah, I mean, in ways it has. You know, I did have a few things that were out of the ordinary I had to do, but that's done. That's a little bit of a relief too. Come on, come on, come on. But that's put off doing the Chiefs or the Kelsey jersey. I actually still got to fix Kelsey's eyes. I pulled the inlay out. I got to bring in the grid wall so I can get it hung up and get in there and fix the eyeballs. Need to get that done before then. Now I do say when we start working on the Kelsey jersey, we will be going back to the one camera from the top because I want to do time lapse. So we will be back to one camera view at that point in time. Alright, was that the last one I needed? No, one more. And then I gotta make sure I do this next row the proper way. I've screwed that up like 3 times so far in this whole thing. And I come in to do this next one. To it, if I remember correctly. Been a while since like I said, since I've gotten into this one. I'd say probably, when was the last time I would have worked on it? Would have been, I guess, there in July when we were down in Smithville, and that was only a little bit because the Smithville one was that crazy rain and storm and nutso that we had. I'm probably not even in view here. I gotta make sure I move it up. Alright. I've done like I said, I've worked on orders, but that was about all I got to work on here in the last week. So that was kind of nice, but I didn't have any laser orders, so I haven't gotten into any laser work, which is probably a good thing in a way, because of just, everything the way it was, but turn you back on there so you don't flip over to the other side on me. Now it's gotten bigger, I have less of that happening. I used to, when it was smaller, kept having, I'd start building up one side when I come to the next row. I'd end up connecting it to the wrong side, and I ended up expanding the wrong side. So, good there. Alright. Well, let's see where we at. We're 20? Yeah, 20 minutes in. Well, it looks like my video up here is not working well again. Facebook. See, it says I got a comment, but I'm not seeing it. Man. I do not know why Facebook does this to me. Refresh. I'm hoping that doesn't screw up the video. Alright, okay, now I got some things there. Well, crud. Hopefully I missed John, obviously. Even colored jelly cube. I gotta get more rings to make more Minecraft ones, so like 3 dozen of them. Sweet. Yeah, sorry I missed the comment, John. This thing, we're gonna hope that worked. We'll see how that works now. Sorry I missed that. But it looks like it's back. I don't know why it keeps doing that. What? Yeah, I hear you, big boy. What do you want? Yeah? Yeah, come here. I can give you a pet. He actually went out 3 nights ago now, and he caught a mole. I think it was Saturday night because my toe was hurting. I remember that because I had to go get it away from him and get it, taken care of once he brung it in. Which one? This one. So yeah, I hear you. Come on, get on through there. All right. Now, I don't know if you'll come back and see that, John, but again, sorry for that. Like I said, this Facebook thing, I need to check it more often when I first start. It seems like every stream I have to refresh it at least once or twice for it to go. It shows me viewers, comments, all that, and it showed me I had a comment, but over on my comments there was nothing there. And I looked at the video and it's all locked up from quite a bit back before. So I gotta keep a look on that a little more often. Well, that's just about like I've been trying to catch Sean over at Mailworks streams, and I never see them. I'm not getting any notifications or anything that they're live. For some reason, I'm not even getting emails. I don't know if he's doing Twitch or not anymore, but I used to get the emails from Twitch, which would give me a quick reminder. But yeah, having the I don't know what it is with Facebook, man. It just doesn't like to work very well. So, if I do miss any comments, I am sorry. Right now, things I think are caught back up. Hopefully, I'll catch any more if we get any more. We'll see how it goes. I will admit, wasn't really paying that much attention. I was just kind of in here working, you know. Like I said, we don't have a whole lot of viewers, but that's alright. I just kind of come here, have fun. It lets people know that I'm, like I said, I'm active, I'm doing stuff. Where we at here? All right. Need to get into a better lineup of getting pictures done of some of the newer stuff. I still got a ton of stuff I need to add to the website. Need to update the website more. I've got a ton of stuff out there that I have on Facebook and pictures, but I haven't put it on the website. It's like, but more than half my sales come from direct sale through Facebook, so they'll see it and go, hey, it's in the private message. So if you ever do see anything that you like or whatnot, send me a message if you don't find it on the website. Like I said, my website needs some major work. It's not hard, basically. It's just time consuming, and when you're, you know, chainmail is already time consuming enough. Well, and then I run a few other websites too. Don't do the band website anymore, but I still have other sites that I run. And a few other places that I help out. Write some code for here and there. Which I do kind of miss. I haven't done a ton of code writing as of late, but I need to. Like I said, though, it can just take some time, and I don't want to take the time away from my fun here. Looks like none of the videos real choppy or anything today, too. I think I finally figured out those settings. Turn it on here. Nippy. And I wish, well, now I don't use Facebook on my phone, but I guess there's been a big old hubbub about back button or something on the Facebook. It's like, yeah, I'm glad I don't use Facebook phone. I only log in or install the app whenever we do a show so I can post pictures. And then right after the show, I normally delete it again. I'm already around my computer enough. I don't need it on my phone to remind me when I'm not here, but 90% of the time I'm here by the computer anyway, so this way. So, like I said, I don't know, eventually we'll stop working on this at some point. I just don't know when that point will be. Starting to get pretty large. I don't know. Part of me wants to go ahead and kind of close it up, get me back to a square, round out my edges the way I'd want, and call it done. Other parts of me want to go further, but I've seen a lot of people that have done some designs and stuff in them, and so it's like, man, I want to do one of those too. So many things I want to do. I always complain about never having enough time. Still don't know where the school is putting up the inlay I got for them. I'm hoping to get back up there and get some pictures of it wherever they might hang it and post some more pictures on it. Put one over there. Come on, there you go. But I'm already looking at the next inlays. I'm going to have to do a ring count probably this week. By this weekend, I need to go through all my excess rings I got hanging over on my rolly cart. About rolled it over here, but with everything I got moved around right now while I was cleaning, it was almost impossible. Probably could have, it just would have taken a lot more work than I wanted to just to move it over. But I do need to go through. I'm running low on some rings. I need to get a ring inventory going. I had a pretty decent one, but hadn't really kept it updated here over the past year, so got a little behind on that. And I ran into I was pulling out something the other day when I was working. Oh, it was when I got done doing the pumpkins. I was pulling out some stuff so I could do some fall. Wanted to, something I still haven't made is the turkeys, or the owls, owl turkey, whatever you want to call it. I've been wanting to do that forever, and haven't done it yet. And I was pulling out some rings to do that, and realized, well, crud, I'm low on this, I'm low on that, and I was like, well, I should have it on the wall over there. And I went looking on the wall, and didn't have any there. And I was like, well, that's odd that I ran that low on that. And I looked at my stock, and I realized I hadn't been marking it off when I've been pulling them off the wall. And so, yeah. I got that now. I got to get caught back up too. I still got quite a bit of stuff, though. I mean, oh, in a way, I never want to say you can never have too many rings, but I almost have too many rings. I hate to say that. I need to stop, and I just need to plan some things with what I got. But I also have several large gallon bags to the sides holding inlay projects. So there's a lot of rings in those that, if I didn't have inlay, they'd be hundreds of bracelets, not, one inlay. Still working up there, so, and we're getting close to our well, I guess we are past our halfway point. So I want to thank anybody that dropped in. Sorry missed you earlier, John. I was having video issues with me viewing posts, but I think they're working now. My video's working, so I do thank anybody that does join us. Sorry for the issues, and I do thank everybody that gives me any likes and shares and all that good stuff. Still trying to get more people here. I do want to do some more giveaways. I want to start getting more people in here to do the giveaways, though. Kind of when we were doing the original giveaways just through the Facebook, started running through the same people, and it was like, did some of the live giveaways here, but now we've started getting through, some of the same people that were coming and joining, so. Kind of laid off a little bit, but I'd like to get back. I'm looking for the 500 followers. We're at 350-ish, 360-ish, somewhere in there, I believe. Last time I checked. I haven't checked in a while. I could be way off. I don't know. But I do need to start getting more pictures put up so that my whole feed or whatever doesn't look like it's just a bunch of live streams. And I need to figure out how to make the videos after a live stream show a different picture of like what we were working on instead of my opening video, so it doesn't look so standard through everything. I'd like to. I don't know how or even if you can change that or not. I know in YouTube you can go in and pick a thumbnail for video and change it up if you want. But it normally picks somewhere, mid-video as its thumbnail automatically. So it's always a little different. I don't have to worry about it over there. The YouTube or Facebook, yeah. No, I hate Facebook, but I like Facebook. They just stop changing so much and get things to working right. I'm still getting used to Windows 11. That's weird in itself. Like I said, video's been processing much quicker, but still some things I'm not used to at all. And I mean, trying to read up on it, since I haven't been using it all that long, making sure I'm using the right safety protocols and everything like that compared to what I used to run. Row is done. think that one shouldn't be falling over. That fur needs to stand up a little bit more here. So, next row we go. Probably take, I don't know, about probably 2.5, 3 hours now per side. I think that's what I'm running. I haven't really timed it here lately, obviously. Last times I've been working on it at shows, you know, you get 10 minutes in here before you're talking to somebody else or adjusting this or that. So I think that was, well, and then like I said, last one, all the storm that we had come through just kind of totally changed that whole thing. We still did okay, but it definitely, the crowd after the storms, it was perfectly fine, but I think everybody was done because there were some pretty heavy storms. A lot of people lost a lot of tree limbs and all that. So, but I did have quite a few after sales too, contacts afterwards. I don't know, I probably had 3 or 4 meetups for some custom stuff after that. So, like I said, overall wasn't a bad thing, but next one will be inside. Well, next two, well, yeah, 2, I guess. Gladfest was supposed to be outside, but yeah, that one, that whole situation still sucked, but I just don't think we're going to be doing Gladfest anymore. We're going to find another event to do that weekend next year. Though we do have a friends of ours that do tie-dye stuff and do events. They went to one same weekend out in Kansas, a little bit of ways, but they said they did really well, and a lot of people, even with well, there was no real storms. A little chilly that weekend, I think, but so that's one I'm probably going to look into, because they did Gladfest before and they didn't necessarily care for it, but I had to give it a chance because I've been to it for so many years helping out the bands. It's like, man, just don't think we're going to be able to do it. At least till again this year they didn't do a parade. They had a set up in a parking lot if you were there, and if it gets back to more the way it used to be. I mean, it changes all the time. I mean, in all reality, I marched in the parade back in the 80s, so I knew where the parade route was. It's changed parade routes. They've had this and that changed over the years. But right now, I don't know. I'm not digging the community little pep rally they have instead of the parade. And I get, it probably helps with the city not have to close off the roads as much and all that, but I don't know, it feels so just squeezed in. Can't, spread out. I like being able to see all the different bands. And, with the parade you have cars and other things, and now without the parade you have the pep rally. You don't have all the cars that are coming in, groups of cars, it might be the VW Bug Club or whatever. But it's neat to see those, We'd always end up having the several, who was it? We had Scooby-Doo band, Blues Brothers car, Ghostbusters car, normally would be in the parade, they'd have all those type things, and those aren't there anymore without having the parade. So I'm hoping they change up a little bit back. I know they've had a lot of construction going on too. I guess that's part of it. But like I said, though, next year I think we're just going to look at a different place and we'll see how that one progresses over a little bit of time. And the one reason I like it, because I've been there so often, and then 2, it is close. I like the close events. I know Jennifer there at Steampunk Garage, she's getting on a plane, traveling here, traveling there. I don't know if I could do that all the time. That would be weird. Not in a bad way, but I don't know. It would be different. But, I mean, maybe that's just because of the oldness and age, I don't know. Where are we at time-wise? 40 minutes, so we still got a bit to go. The video up there is still working, so right now things are going well. Again, if I missed any messages, I don't see any over there on YouTube or Twitch, so don't forget to give the thumbs up, like, shares, all that stuff. You can find us over there on Twitch and YouTube. So people know we're out here. And we're doing it on Tuesdays and Thursdays now, midday for me. There are things I definitely miss about doing it at night, but there are definitely things I enjoy about it being during the day here. Yeah, I've been getting into a better schedule for myself on everything. Other than that schedule has never really fully materialized with everything else that keeps happening. Everything keeps getting changed up. Like I said, I got plans on what I would like to do tonight, but I know I'm probably only going to be able to get half of it done, if that. Yeah. Oh, come back over here. Excuse me. You know what? I think this, that needs to move over a little bit. I think I had adjusted out too much. But, yeah, with Christmas coming up, don't forget, we do have laser items. Got several different things when it comes to tumblers and cutting boards and all kinds of different items on that front. And I can get other things too. So if you have something, you got an idea, let me know. And if you're in the chainmail side of it and want to do scales or tags or anything like that, I've done a lot of custom work for people when they want do some special scales the last couple Christmases for a couple different groups of people. So, you know, just drop me a line, let me know what you're looking for, and we'll work out something. Haven't done the band tumblers in the last couple of years, so though I didn't make any money on those were just for fun, but I do miss kind of doing it in a way. The designing part of it and part of the engraving. Now once they get done, you got them all cleaned up and they look so pretty, you're like, feel good after you get a good run done, you know. And the same feeling though when you get done doing a good chainmail piece and you're like, it's done. Even if it's just a little piece. Sometimes I have quite the joy of just doing a wrap piece, you know. They're quick, they're somewhat easy depending, and you know, if it's something that's a standard size. But I kind of have more fun in a way doing a project that's not so standard. You know, where sometimes you might have to make adjustments. I didn't even, I guess I could get a ring count on how many we put in. I know I had 1.5 rows on the bottom before we flipped to this side. But I'm not actually sure how much I'm using per row right now because we moved on to another row. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't done it with doing a stream. I haven't taken off my glasses yet in a while, but having the screen up here might help that. Well, it wouldn't help on that side though, where I need to look at times. It's kind of been weird whenever I do stream having them on anymore. Okay, you need here, and I need you up there, buddy boy. There you go. Now I know I'm definitely out of view here. You need to adjust that camera down. Well, and really, part of it is me too. I can't get up to where I normally get with the way my toe is right now, because I normally kind of have my feet up and balled up, so I'm kind of sitting at a weird angle right now, and so that's kind of throwing me off too. It is feeling better, but I'm still trying to play it safe with it, not put too much pressure on it. That was the other thing. I need to get out and not really mow, but go around the lawn and get all the leaves blown and chopped up. I got a bag room and bag what I can, but at least get them into a big old pile. But I'm afraid the vibrating mower will do to it right now. I'm like, I don't want it to hurt after I get off that. Sometimes my butt hurts after just doing a hour mowing. The vibrations, because I have no butt. If you're old enough and you remember King of the Hill, I have his butt. I have no butt. I need butt implants. But then I'd be afraid of popping my butt implants. So yeah, hopefully, like I said, Thursday we'll be getting in. Now it'll be kind of there for a while. It'll be a little generic for the jersey. If I go line by line like I would normally do it, it'll be a while before I'm gonna get into any color per se. So I'm kind of wondering if I break it out and just break out the inside, but then I'm like, later on, I mean, one way or the other, there's going to be a part where there's not much going on because it's just a bunch of white or frost, you want to call it. So it's like, do I just do it how I would? Should I piece part it? And then, like I said, I got to figure out something to do with these scales here. I've got so many other scale necklaces and everything already. And I haven't done a tie out of either Steampunk Garage or Chainmail Joe's here. But, could do that. I need a project I can do with it. You know what? I'll have to go look at my lamp collection. I've gotten, wife's found several lamps through the years that she'll bring home. You can do something with chainmail with this, and some need repaired and all that. And I repaired a few, and I haven't done a scale lampshade in a while. But I have so many lampshades as it is. I hate making more when I'm not selling them. When I do have the downfall of the where did I put that? Oh, there it is. The my favorite one, I want to say almost my favorite shade was the double layered one with the colored scales in it. It got into a major accident and I have to repair it. But it's gonna take some work. It fell with a storm and blew off, and I got to take basically the ring apart and re-weld the rings to the wires come out, because that's where it broke off. So really, the chainmail held up great. It was the ring, the main lampshade ring itself is what gave out, not any of mine. Well, actually, I had one poke through the center where I had the 4-in-1 dangle in the middle. I had one part there that pulled apart, but it was 2 rings, I think, to fix that. And luckily, no scratching of the scales, at least major ones that I found when I gave it a fairly good look. I know I didn't go through it like super detailed, but I figure I will once I have to pull it apart. Well, what I have to pull apart to fix the other part. So that's another one. I don't think I'll probably get that done before we go to our event. I'd like to have all my lamps there because we are going to have a double area, a double setup. So I'll have plenty of room to do it. Well, and last week too, our new neighbors over here, pretty good dude. You know, he does lawn work, but he has cut down these trees that had been growing up on this fence line. One was already there. It had this evergreen thing that was growing through when we first moved in. I've hated that thing ever since we moved in. Totally just, I think it's, you don't know how badly I've hated this thing. But he cut that down. Then there was, over the last 8 years, there's been probably 5 trees that have gotten pretty good, decent size after that. I mean, he cut those down. I need to get out there myself. He was out there again a couple days ago doing it, and I was like, my toe, I can't get out there and help. Because some of it's on my side. There's some that are growing up right between where you need it taken care of on both sides. And I try to on my side every year, but people we've always had were never helpful on there. But this guy's been up on it, and it's kind of nice. So I want to get out there and get some stuff done myself. Other fence lines, not. But you know, it's better than it has really always been. But it's always been kind of a pain over there. There was an older gentleman that lived there when we first moved in who had grapevines and all kinds of different things growing up against the fence line. And had a few people that come over there. It seems like every 2 years or so, somebody different moves in there. And most times it's all right. Some kind of want to get some done, some don't. But nothing that has been a huge. Now there's one tree. I guess it's probably about 12, 13. Part of its limbs now are starting to get up on over our house and deck that I'm a little concerned about, but probably get out there and try to get them back the best we can a bit and do all that. But yeah, it's been nice having somebody over there that, you know, we had one and two, I guess. I know when we first moved in, the guys that owned the house, they were great. I missed them. They moved probably about 8 months after we moved in. They needed a bigger place. They were trying to have a kid and adopted a kid. But then they kind of had a miracle, and she got pregnant. So now the place was just too small. So they bought a new place, and they rented out for years to different people. There's a few good ones, a few bad ones, but it seems like always the good ones never stick around very long, and the bad ones seem to stick around forever. I was kind of hoping we were going to have a buyer owner there, but like I said, this guy's pretty good. Chatted with him several different times. He was like a pretty good dude, so if there's anything, I told him anything we can help with and keeping this looking good, let me know. And I think he's actually he does lawn work for a living. And there's a few things I'm probably gonna get him to help with us on getting some stuff done. Kind of chatted with him about that, so. But again, with the sewer issue, that has put several different things on hold, because that was an $800 bill almost that wasn't planned on. I'd like to say you could have savings saved up, and we have some, but keep digging into that all the time with the way inflation is right now. Everything costing so much more, and our electricity got a weird new. You have to pick it. You have to pick our power now, like you pick your insurance. There's 4 different plans to pick from, depending on where the time you're going to use power, and it's like, how do I know? And they don't make it easy to pick from, which you know they can. They just don't want to show that when you pick one of those and compare it to what you're doing, no matter which plan you go to, every one of them's higher than what you're currently using. So they don't want to show you that. I know my oldest daughter, they got a bill when they got a first changeover, and she basically picked the wrong plan. I don't know if she's going to change it and see what happens, but because there was one plan, at least for us, that would have been just crazily. But all you could do was judge by this pie, no, it wasn't a pie chart, it was a chart, but no numbers with it. It's just here, it goes up to here, and you look at the one next to it, and it's either just a bit higher or a bit lower, but you know, what is that? 110%? You no reference points. So yeah, it was. Yeah, I don't want to get started on that. That whole thing's just drove me nuts. I get kind of having two or so different, because we've always had. It's been 3 different power prices depending on what time of day it is. But you know, there wasn't a plan that you had to pick from that even do splits that up even more. It's like, it's just going up like crazy. Food's going up like crazy. Now I know it. Now we've lived here 20 years, and I know it's been 20 years, but I remember we're buying basically the same food staples that we were buying 20 years ago before we bought our house, and you know, it was $150. Now it's $300. The biggest change. I mean, it was always slowly going up, but man, the last 3 years it has just gone insane. And well, and they call it, I forget what they call that, where the price stays the same, shrinkflation. Yeah, price stays the same, but now you get less in it, type thing. It just totally drives me nuts. I remember that happening years and years ago. Used to be able to go buy. We used to buy these El Monterey burritos. Used to come in a 12-pack. Same size. I mean, big old 12-pack. And so the price hasn't actually changed from 20 years ago on that. But instead of getting 12 in a package now, you get 8. At one point it went down to 10, and then this last time they dropped it down to 8. At least in ours that we get here. I've noticed different places get different stuff, so I don't do a lot of traveling, but I can see a lot. I've got, you know, see a lot from other people that I know that live in different areas. And yeah. So yeah, I don't want to get started on that. That whole thing drives me nuts too. Well, and then our property tax. They paused for COVID and never did reevaluation, so your property taxes for 3 years, 2 years, didn't go up. Oh, but now we have enough people to reevaluate everything, and it made massive jumps. It's like our property taxes when we moved in here, and again, 20 years ago, we were paying like, I think it was $600 for the year in our property taxes. But now, since, you know, the price of the house is so much more, it's based kind of partially on that too. I think our taxes are $2,100. So I mean, it's more than doubled in 20 years for our property taxes for this place. It's like, you gotta be kidding me, people. My house isn't that great. I'm sorry. Makes me want to just live in a tent down by the river. So this will be what? 1, 2, 3, 4. We have about 5 lines done today, so I actually made pretty good. Where are we at in our time? Oh, we're already an hour. Okay. I didn't think we quite made the hour yet, but we have. So I guess I need to do the indie here. Do thank you for anybody that dropped in today. Sorry I missed your thing there, John. And if I missed anybody else's, I'm not seeing anything else I've missed since I did that refresh. Things have been working. But I do apologize for missing those at times. Facebook's just funkily weird with me. So, I do thank anybody that did drop in, or if you're watching this later. Like I said, I definitely do appreciate that. Just here having fun. If you're here with us, great. If not, no big deal. But that's all we're here to do is have some fun, play around, do some chainmail. Hopefully, maybe we'll get some laser stuff going in here in one of our streams here soon. I just know I need to do a little bit more work to get that going well enough. But today is Tuesday, so we will be back on Thursday. Don't forget to, like I said, get the shares, thumbs up, likes, all that good stuff. Find us on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. So otherwise, we'll be back Thursday. I hope you all have a great hump day tomorrow, and we'll see you Thursday. So peace out.